Hey guys, Scott Fratcher, Captain of Orion here, 90-foot catamaran and charter. So, we are having a talk about the things that I love most about Orion. So let's talk about number 7. Number 7 is her interior configuration being double-decker. What does that mean? It means that the boat is so big and so tall that when you go inside, you walk around, it's like a normal boat, but you lift up the floor into the bilge, and the bilge itself, you go down a ladder and you've got a whole separate area of the boat that's, you just walk along and you walk bow to stern under the regular normal interior of the boat, because the boat's that big that the interior is double decker in that the technical space. So down below the floorboard are all the water makers and the pumps and the toilet pumps and the air conditioning and all the technical equipment is below the floor. And so what effect does this have? Well, it has two effects for the boat crew and the boat owner. The first effect is that all the equipment is out there where you can get to it. And I just can't tell you how important this is, because it means, like, the water maker. I can just walk right over to the water maker and stand next to it and look at it and go, well, okay, so what's this thing doing? So why is that filter clogging? I see. And I'm not like looking over, it's not stuffed into some closet someplace that I have to like stand on my head to get to it. Instead, I can just walk to every toilet pump. I can walk to every bilge pump. I can just walk over to it and it's right there, and nothing is crowded into space because it's all right there where we can get to it. So that's cool. Your engineer's really happy about this. But the other effect is that everything above the floorboard then becomes what we call hotel space. And so inside of all the rooms above the floor, the area where you're standing, are empty cabinets. And you go, yeah, so? Well, it's not like that on most boats. Most boats, you walk in, you look, and you say, oh yeah, this looks great. All the cabinets are closed, all the drawers are closed. And in your mind, you see a big empty space. But it isn't an empty space. On Orion, it's an empty space inside of all of these cabins. But on most other boats, it's not an open space. You open up the closet where you expect to hang your clothes, and there's an air conditioning unit. You go, oh. And they go, yeah, that's where they put the air conditioning unit. And you go, oh, okay, well, I guess I won't hang my clothes there, huh? And then you open up the next drawer, and inside of the drawer is the air conditioning or the water maker or the pump or this or that. And so in effect, what happens is all of this interior space that you perceive that you have, you don't actually have, because when you start getting down into it and start digging around, all the interior space of the hotel is taken up with technical equipment. And then not only that, of course, all this technical equipment has to be connected to the next piece along in the technical equipment lineup. And so you got all these hoses and everything that are going behind cabinetry that are really difficult to get to. And so, whereas on Orion, they did this unique thing where they made the whole boat double level. And so the double-decker aspect of it. So down below is all technical. Down below the floor is all technical. And it's not technical like you got to crawl around on your belly. Just walk down there and go, which is just awesome. And everything above the waterline, everything above the floorboard is hotel, with nothing in those closets besides your hanging shirts and whatever else you happen to bring. And one last thing about this is it also means that being double-decker, that there's lots and lots of space to store all the bags. So when we get 8 or 10 people come on board, and each person is coming with 1 or 2 big bags, and they pull everything out of their bags and they put it in the drawers and they hang everything up in their lockers. Okay, good. Now they're set. But now we have this stack of bags that, would fill the skiff. It's a huge stack of bags that people brought. But because we've got this area underneath the floor, I can just lift up the floorboard and I can just take all those big bags and put them underneath the floorboard, bada boom, bada bang, and they're all out of the way in a good, safe place that nobody has to think about. And that's it. That's the start of the trip.